Looks like we went ahead and found ourselves a bank. And this is why let me go ahead and first of all scout just to see what he's got. Um but this is why if you're gonna be doing a bank, you need to have multiple people run it. Because if not, this is what happens. And I'm just gonna go ahead and send a ton of heroic fighters. Let's see. Look at all those resources. Yeah. Now, it's kind of hard to send all these marches because now it's like an ant pile. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, if you're going to be running a bank, you need to make sure that it's always shielded. Like our bank is always running on 7-day shields, and we reset it usually like on time, and there's multiple people running the bank. So if you're gonna do that, you have to make sure that it's always shielded, because if somebody's watching your hive, like we watch this hive, we know who's the bank, we know where all the resources are gonna go, who generates what resources, etc. So bookmark these type of people, and when the shield goes down, you just amp pile it. It's what I like to call it, just amp pile on top, because look at all these resources that I'm getting. Not only me, but like everybody else that's here is getting a ton of resources. So all in all, I think they had like 10 billion or so resources. Actually, let me see, let me go back to the scout. So let's see, 2.3 billion food. So yeah, I would say about 10 billion resources, and all of that could have been avoided if they just had somebody shield at all times and multiple people. This usually does not happen if you have multiple people running the account, logging in throughout the day, etc. So it's about luck, but we're gonna take these resources. I mean, hey, what can you do? Also, when you're doing something like this, make sure that you have your gather gear, because your army capacity is going to make sure that you steal more resources per attack. If you send infantry, that's also going to be the best case scenario for you, because they can actually hold the most. Or actually, I think maybe siege can hold more, but siege walks so slow that unless you're right next to the bank that you're going to steal from, it's probably not worth it. Like right now, it wouldn't be worth it for me to send siege, because they just move so slow, and you don't want to have a ton of siege anyway, you know what I mean? So infantry is the best way to go about it. If you're in a hurry, then maybe cavalry, because it moves a little quicker. In range, if you're just out of troops. But man, this is a lot of resources that even if he shields now, it's a lot of resources that they've already lost. So it's not a good look. It's not a good look. So let's see what's gonna go first. And the 278, I think that's when I ran out of infantry and I sent T4 Cav. I think that's what it is. So there we go. And I still have 8 armies out. This is where having 8 armies is great, because I can send so many more attacks than most people. Most people, I think, run 6, maybe sometimes 7. But it's rare that you'll have 8 armies unless your research is really high. So yeah, look at this. This guy is losing so much resources, and the one that I really care about is the gold. Like everything else is whatever, but the gold is where it's at. All right, so here we go. Let's go back into it. And oh my god, I wish those things won't actually pop up when you're sending a march. I need to check that, see if maybe there's an option to turn that off, because it's so annoying. But still no shield, so I'm actually kind of curious to see how much has already been stolen, just in case he shields. And there seems to be some reinforcements coming in. Let me make sure we tell people. Who is coming in? Are those reinforcements, or is it, or maybe it's somebody sending resources again? I don't know. I need to check what it is. Is it reinforcements? Is it resources? Because it could be somebody just sending to bank without even knowing that it's being raided. So you have to make sure that you're careful with that, because somebody can reinforce. They could they can put a garrison. So gotta be careful. And that's a bad way to lose a ton of troops. But honestly, it might. I honestly feel like these are all bots. So it might actually just be bots sending resources to the bank. As hilarious as that might sound, if you don't know, there is plenty of bots still around. And yeah. Oh, it looks like Swold came in also. Swold is like, hold on, I'm trying to get in on this. And if these are resources that are still being sent, oh no, it looks like it's BTA sending from afar. Well, that's not really smart though, because that's a lot of boots for not a lot of resources. I would just port over, honestly. I thought it was maybe reinforcements being sent, but it looks like it was just BTA sending their own march, which I'm okay with. Let's take a look at the scout now. Oh my goodness, it's already getting so low. So low. Alright, so a couple more marches and this thing is going to be zeroed. My goodness. This is just crazy. I don't know what it is that they were thinking, but at this point, it's a done deal. Let me see if resources are being a little bit. So he still had quite a bit there, and I was still rating it. We're talking 20 something million each hit, which is nice. Looks like the gold is probably gonna be gone, and looks like more BTA people are coming in. But I don't think this is gonna last very much longer. Since now BTA is also here, and we have so many people from our own guild. Yeah. If he doesn't shield pretty soon, he's gonna have zero resources. Even though he's already lost so much that at this point, I mean, even if he gets on, it doesn't even matter because they've lost so much. But if this was indeed a bot, and from what I have seen from watching this hive, it seems like it was just a bunch of farmers and then just sending it all together, and you could see it continuously being at the same time, etc. And it probably was a bot that malfunctioned with the shield. There is bots like that, like if you get attacked, he automatically shields and things like that. So if this was a bot, then you get what you deserve. If it was not a bot and this is all like legit, all hypers and one bank, and somebody's really that dedicated, then it sucks to be you, but you should have shielded. But like I said, if it was indeed a bot, then I don't feel sorry for you whatsoever. And yeah, so now that the gold is gone, it looks like we're starting to get even more resources because it's not spread out as much. But yeah, this is it's looking like it's gonna end pretty soon here. I honestly don't even know how much I've gotten off of this, but I know it's a pretty decent amount. And let me actually get off another scout just to see what's left. Let's see. What do we have left? 1 billion food still, and I would say about 2 billion more resources of every other kind. So it's still quite a bit to go. I mean, 2 billion, if you don't count the food, because the food is kind of whatever. But 2 billion of all the other resources, it's still damn good. So we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on trucking and keep on taking all these resources, because, well, if you leave your bank, that's on you. Honestly, a lot of people try to like hide who their bank is and whatnot, and to be honest, trying to hide your bank is stupid as long as you have multiple people actually taking care of the bank, shielding it, etc. Like I mentioned before, our bank runs on 7-day shields. So because if you try to run a bank and then you're going off of 24-hour shields, the chance of you messing up is so much higher than just using a 7-day shield and then just shielding it the day before it expires. That way, ain't no way that the shield ever drops. And even if people know who the bank is, if your bank is never unshielded, what does it matter if people know who your bank is? I mean, what are they gonna do? If you port to give resources, they can't do anything. If you're never unshielded, they can't do anything. The only time they can ever do something, even if they know who your bank is if you're unshielded or for some reason you port in like the forest or something like that. But I mean, come on, who's ever really gonna do that? But yeah, looks like I don't think I'm gonna be able to send much more to get more resources, because this is probably all emptied at this point. I mean, you have how many people attacking? Probably 15 or so. Oh, I don't have any more. I don't have any more army, but we're about to get some more army here real quick. There we go. And they're still posting like the coordinates, but at this point he's pretty much zeroed, so, or not zeroed, but with no resources left for the most part anyway, you know. But oops. And one more march. Actually, I should have more marches because they should be coming back, no? Alright, so let's take a look at the resources that we have been getting. Let's see. 463 each hit. The food is probably gonna be wasted because... oh, looks like the stone is done. So since we don't have any stone or gold, we're gonna get even more of the other resources. Yeah. This thing is done. There is really not much left. Yeah. My armies are still coming back. And oh yeah, 9 million each hit now. 9 million food and wood. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're just basically waiting for our marches to come back. And food and wood left, yeah. That's what I figured. And you know what? I actually want to get off a scout just to see if it's even worth sending any more marches, because it could be emptied by the time I even get there, so it might not even... oh yeah, it's zeroed. It's zeroed, yeah. It's zeroed. So, there you have it. All the resources are gone, and I honestly don't know how much I was able to get off of that. If you see my resources from the beginning of the video to now, let me know exactly how much I was able to steal personally. All in all, for everybody, it was over 10 billion resources, give or take. I mean, I don't really want to do math right now. But yeah, Boast was the one that actually found this bank unshielded, so shout outs to him. Was able to get everybody some resources, and good looking out and good bookmarking. That's how you bookmark and you check your bookmarks. Bookmark people that are either you see hives or people that you want to zero or banks. That's the best way of bookmarks. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something from this video. One, if you're running a guild bank, make sure that multiple people are taking care of it. And two, make sure that you bookmark and you check your bookmark. Appreciate you guys for watching, and until later.